and aren't going to actually do anything. But at this point with Aaron's case, there's some concerns. And I'd rather just talk about it in an intimate group. And is there a mole in here? Probably. Is the information to go back to Lori and I? Probably. So I'll be careful on the things that I talk about as far as Aaron's death, because I do get things ahead of time, and it's worked against us by delaying the process, because then they just come up with a cover up or whatever that they do. But we are Aaron's angels, and we know that the truth has always been out there. And the thing is like, I just can't spend all day on Aaron's case, because there's really not anything left to do except for to follow the criminal side. So what do we know now? We know that ATM Richie Jovan Williams is in jail, and his court date's in July. And I'm very concerned that he's not going to make it to his court date. I know for right now, what I've been told is that he's not talking, and the information that he has been given isn't very useful. I know that there's more arrests that are planned, and one of my biggest fears is that they may pin it on the wrong person. So Aaron's case, and to keep track of the people that were involved. But at some point, you just have to, make that conscious realization that the Aaron that you knew still exists. You know what I'm saying? But he's not producing anymore. Like, after Aaron died and we're coming up on the 1 year mark, it's a celebration of his life. And so anytime you can, when you're online or things like that, put something positive about Aaron, how he touched your life, or his energy in your life made you do this. I heard the song, I Want Candy, and then after that this happened. Or to know that he's with his fans, and that the life that he lived the last couple of years and most of his life, I mean, it was just, it was still a fun life for him. Although it was cut short, none of us are going to make it out of here alive, okay? And what happened to him was a terrible thing, and it was a tragedy. And the authorities do believe that he was murdered, at least enough of them to continue an investigation that goes on. There is ongoing investigation, nothing's closed. But you have to remember, you have to consider the source. So yes, I have the information that Aaron's not the biological father. Yes, I have the information that Taylor Helgeson, his former manager, also known as Lake Street Louie, is Prance's father. Yes, I have that information, okay? And it's classified information, and that's why I'm saying you can believe Melanie saying that Aaron's the father, but that's only because she's scamming you too. She wants your money for the love merchandise. She wants your money to buy Prince's gifts and whatever. And listen, you could always buy kids toys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying to not buy him things. Buy him things. The kid he's still a child. You know what I'm saying? He's here because of Aaron. It's just not Aaron's child. So I'm not telling you not to buy that kid toys or anything like that. He's a cute kid. And really, he deserves the truth, and he's going to find out the truth. Believe me, the courts are not going to allow just somebody to show up and be like, I have Aaron Carter's kid, and give him the estate. He fathered other children, okay? And so they need to do their due diligence. And so all of the information that I published and all of the things that we've been doing in the Justice for Aaron groups are working, because the courts know, and the courts have been notified that Prance is not a DNA match. So if they want to go ahead and spew that narrative all day, let them. But yes, there are more arrests that are planned, and my biggest fear is that they're going to pin it on the wrong person. But there's just a lot of people that are not talking, and so when they don't talk, it's because they lawyered up. So you don't hear Taylor Helgeson, talking on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. And when they don't talk, they're protecting the person that hired the hitman. They know that ATM Richie was a hired hitman. ATM Richie got paid money that he admitted to, okay, to kill Aaron Carter. So it cost him his life to take Aaron's life, is basically what it is. Because ATM Richie is not getting out of jail. Okay, he's not getting out of jail, and we have to see if he can make it at least to his next court date, which I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to unalive himself, auto delete himself, or what's going to happen, but I just don't have a good feeling about it. And unfortunately, just people die in the Carterverse because they talk about the truth. As you can see, that their family is connected to the government. That's why Nick's sexual assault cases were never processed through the criminal court system, but they are through the civil court system. Because you can't stop other people from suing other people. You can just harass them and make them want to give up, like they harassed me to make me want to give up talking about Aaron's death. But they already know I'm not going to do that, and so they kind of pulled back the reins on that. And so that's why I think talking in the memberships is going to be a better deal for us. So basically, I would say that I'm going to predict that the next person that's going to be arrested is Check the Star, Miguel Garcia. I said that a while ago. He's got a lot of snitch testimony that would benefit the case. But again, you have to remember, you got to be in it for the long haul. This is just going to go on for a long time. And you can choose to believe the media sources that their family owns, or you can go on YouTube and find independent creators, independent reporters, and start following them. And like, I actually have contact with law enforcement and the informants. If you want to believe it, believe it. If you don't, don't. Okay? But it's your choice. All I'm going to continue to do is my obligation, which is to report for Aaron. And also the other thing is I'm getting started on taking care of all of my medical procedures that I need to have done. Okay, because I'm not even a functioning human being 100% of the time. And I want to be restored back to normal health. And so I started my physical rehab already. So I'm on my way with getting all of my stuff sorted out. And I will be here for you. And if you have questions, concerns, comments, information that you want to provide, excuse me, drop it in the comments. I'm still going to be here for you. It's just on a limited basis because I just don't have the time anymore to deal with idiots. And there's just too many idiots out there. It's like the game telephone. You say one thing and then by the time it gets to the next person it's something different, you know. And I get a lot of Stella stalkers, I call them, where people just stalk me all the time, and I'm used to that because it's been like that for a long time. But you know, I'm working on me now. And Aaron is always going to be here, but more or less it's just like whenever I hear information. So as far as I know, more arrests are planned, but they have to be able to find a way, excuse me, to bring people in. And as far as I'm concerned, Chuck can't stay out of trouble, okay? Because he's a gutter rat. And so he's in the streets and he runs around the streets. And that's what he does. And so people like that, I mean, he's got, like I said, he's got a 20-year history of crime. He's not going to stop now. So there'll be more of him to come. And he posts on Instagram, so it's easy just to follow him on Instagram. But with him, you got to be careful because he posts pre-recorded content. So anyway, if you have questions and you want to ask me, you can put them in the comments. This is a members only section. So I would still be careful because, you know, when you're talking about murder, I mean, that's a very serious crime. And the authorities know that ATM Richie didn't act alone. Again, I don't want to say too much because I want it to be able to play out. And you know, but to let you know that, yeah, there's an investigation going on and it's going to continue. So hang tight, but be in it for the long haul and let the authorities do their job because there are authorities that are working on it, okay? Regardless of what the other side says, they just want to win everybody over with their lies and their narrative. And that's because a lot of money's on the line. So they're going to be in it for the long haul too, okay? So expect that right off the bat. And thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it for the people who buy the books and things like that. And this is just the way it's going to be going forward, okay? I love you all, and I hope you have a great day. And I look forward to talking to you all soon, and hopefully about other topics too, okay? Namaste.